So you're in the market for a BMW 7 Series. You've made a good choice. So you show up at the dealership and you see the 740i. That's pretty sensible. You got a 6-cylinder, getting about 315 horsepower, starting price $70,000, not too bad. Then you drive the 750 and you say, you know, I really want a V8. Pretty nice, 400 horsepower, starting price $83,000. Then, out of the corner of your eye, you see this blue flash. That's right, this Alpina B7. You notice there's some strange badging. Alpina, what is that? B7. Then you notice massive spoiler in the front, spoiler in the back, 21-inch wheels, 20 spokes. You're going, wow, this is something special. You come a little closer. You look at the sticker and it says 500 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, same base engine. Now, that's when the research starts. The Alpina brand was actually started back in 1961. That's when they started revolutionizing carburetors for BMW. In 1971, they formally joined BMW, and by 1977, they were actually making some world-class race cars. The first production car that Alpina built was the B3 back in 1977. See, back then, the 3 Series was only available as a 4-cylinder. They were the first to put a 6 in there, and that's really what started the ball rolling. Today, in Europe, you can get a B3, a D3, which is a 3 Series diesel, a B5, and the B7. This is the only vehicle that we get that Europe gets as well. Alpina has a very different approach than the BMW M or Motorsports division. For example, here we have the M5 and there's the Alpina B5. Now, with Motorsports, they drop in a V10, has a lot of power, it's a wonderful vehicle. Alpina takes the same V8, the 4.4 that comes in the 550i, and then they add some precision tuning and performance to it. That's what they've done here. There is no M7, but we do have the B7. This is the same 4.4 liter twin turbo engine that is available in the 750i. They take that engine, and again, with precision tuning and Alpina Switchtronic, they're able to get the performance up to 500 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, resulting in 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. When you first get into the Alpina B7, you'll notice that there are some distinguishing Alpina markings. For example, the illuminated door sill, bright blue light, says B7. The gauges, these are Alpina specific gauges. Now, the other thing, which is really the most important, is the Alpina Switchtronic. Now, the 7 Series does not have the paddle shifters, and what Alpina did was put these little buttons behind the steering wheel. You can see that they're identified with this minus here, plus here. Downshift, upshift. Really nice buttons. I actually prefer these to paddles, especially in a luxury car. When you have a nice, expensive car like this, and again, Alpina is all about luxury, unlike M, which is all about performance. But when you have a luxury car like this, you want it to look like a luxury car. You don't want some aluminum paddles, magnesium paddles sticking out of the steering column. It just doesn't look sophisticated. This is sophisticated and it works great. These things just shift. I mean, on a dime. Really had a great time with this vehicle, and especially when you put it into the sport mode, it is extremely responsive. So the question is, what kind of consumer would buy a BMW Alpina B7? Well, I'll tell you, if you are in the market for maybe a Mercedes S63, maybe a Porsche Panamera Turbo, both of which are full-size sedans, German luxury sedans that get over 500 horsepower. And that's what you have here. The other kind of person that may buy Alpina B7 is someone who pulls up to Trump National Golf Course here in Palo Verde, California, and want to stand out from the crowd. Lots of 7 Series in the parking lot. You want to be a little bit different. As you can see, this Alpine blue, all the ground effects, the larger wheels, right away, anybody can tell, even a layman, that this BMW is different. For more information, visit us on the web. That's Autotube, autotoob.com. We'll see you next time behind the driver's seat.